Welcome to this JMC Week webinar. It's January 29th, 2025, JMC, the right software and customer care for your district. Welcome, my name is Paul Freed. I'm the lead trainer with JMC. I live in Southeast Minnesota. I've been with JMC for about 20 years. I got with me two wonderful people. I've got Amy Bemis. Amy, tell us who you are and where you're from.
Well, like you said, Paul, Amy Bemis, I am in Southwest Iowa, a former high school counselor. I have been with JMC for about a year and a half now.
We're glad to have you. And you are in charge of our client service specialist, along with your partner and husband, Brian Wall. He's not with us today, but we have Greg Appleby. Greg Appleby, where do you hail from?
Hey, Paul, I'm in North Central Nebraska, retired school administrator. Been using JMC about 10 years in the schools I was at. I've been working for JMC just coming up on about 2 years now as a client service specialist for our schools in Nebraska.
Great. Glad to have you too, Greg. Let's get right into it. Go ahead, Amy. Why don't you kick us off?
All right. If you are joining us for this webinar today, chances are you're curious about what sets JMC apart from all other student information systems. It's all in the numbers, 25 plus modules and apps to choose from, 100% success rate of onboarding, 99.99% of issues are resolved in the same day. So let's dive in and discover what makes JMC the right software partner for your school.
Yeah, it's be a high level view of JMC and just some of the features and the things that make us really liked and desired by so many school professionals. So please hold all of your questions until the Q&A session at the end of each section. If you do need to communicate with the host, feel free to use the Q&A chat feature in your webinar toolbar, and myself or Greg or Amy will pull up that question. All right, 25 plus modules and apps to choose from.
When it comes to JMC software, you get all you need, nothing you don't. Our system is modular, think building blocks, so we can build the perfect one for your team and budget. Maybe your school just needs the essentials, attendance, scheduling, and grading. Or maybe you require tools for everyone, from teachers and coaches to lunch service pros. Regardless, JMC has you covered. We love building efficient tools to save your team time, so let's explore a few of our top features.
Yeah, and we put together just a few features to highlight some of the things that you might not have in your current SAS or might not be as efficient in your current SAS. So Amy's going to walk you through them and tell you a bit about them. Top features for school administrators and front office staff.
Number one, schedule courses quickly and efficiently. You can generate and customize master course schedules, bulk load courses and students, and analyze and solve student schedule conflicts.
Yeah, elementary scheduling, middle school scheduling, super easy in JMC where the courses are self-contained. You know, it takes you maybe an hour or two to set up your courses the first time, then minutes every year. High school scheduling, you know, you register the kids online in the fall, in the spring if you want. Then you analyze registration. Then let JMC build a master schedule for you. That's one of the handiest tools and one of the backbones that we have of JMC. It's a great tool, but you need those tools, but also the support to help you use those tools.
You can access high-level data for state reporting. We pride ourselves on staying up to date with state reporting requirements. JMC software is currently certified for state reporting in Nebraska, Iowa, Minnesota, and Wisconsin.
This is one place that we really excel. In the great state of Minnesota, my home state, JMC's home state as well, we excel at MARS and EdFi reporting, Minnesota Common Course Catalog to EdFi reporting. We help you solve your own errors. We help you fix errors. We help to keep you going. We have webinars every year in all four of those states with the Department of Education. We do great EdFi reporting also in Wisconsin, Nebraska. Greg Appleby supports our Nebraska clients with their EdFi reporting. In Iowa, we work well with SRI to make sure that we are submitting that data succinctly. Now we've got some top features for teachers as well.
Our first teacher feature is tracking discipline interventions. You can submit a classroom discipline referral to the front office and communicate with families about disciplinary violations.
I can't tell you how many schools I go to who are using a different SIS when I'm doing a presentation, and they say, oh yeah, they have that ability, but we can't figure it out. Our teachers don't use it. It's kind of cumbersome. It's slick in JMC, and even more easy to use and save you time is that when that gets sent to the office, before the office accepts that discipline referral, you can check a box and it automatically, when you accept it, will email the families, or you can email the referring teacher or email the student. You don't need to look up their email addresses. You don't even need to know who they are. It's just a great way to do inter-school communication.
Our second feature is grading by competency or other standards and benchmarks. Our standards and benchmarks module allows teachers to assess student progress and generate reports on locally defined standards and benchmarks.
Just at a conference, Minnesota School Board Association, we were talking to a school that doesn't use JMC, and I said, "Well, what do you think of about your current SIS?" And they said, "Well, they don't do competency-based grading. There's always workarounds for this and that." I said, "We have great standards-based grading, great competency-based grading. It's just a great way to assess students multiple times throughout the term and come up with a final course grade or a benchmark. We, of course, always do, assignments and tests and categories for what I call a standard grade, a course grade. We got about 6 different distinct grading options to fit your school's needs. Then we got top features for coaches, nurses, and others as well.
Can coordinate your extracurriculars on the go. Use our mobile coaching app to set team rosters, message families, and look up student contact details with ease.
It also shows you if you're a coach of an extracurricular activity or like the school play or whatever it might be, chess club, who's absent from your activity that day, so you can set your own roster. This is such a great tool that we have a lot of JMC employees who are coaches at schools that use this great app.
You can manage your school's health needs. School health professionals can track office visits, health screenings, medication dosage, and student immunization records.
This is one of those modules where people again will say, in our current SIS, they've got it, but it's too complicated. Here's a great picture of our daily medication log. Come in, check a box. The kids get marked that they have that med at that particular time. I even put a little note here in this picture. You can record if they took it at home, if they refused to take it, or whatever it might be. But having a functioning health module, whether you've got a school nurse or not, is essential to your school.
Can administer food services programs. Use our point of sale software for cafeteria sales and access detailed reporting of both meals and a la carte purchases.
Okay, this is something that separates us from other SISs. We're an all-in-one solution. So with JMC, you don't need a separate food and point of sale program. You don't need a separate message center. You don't need a separate coach and activity app. You don't need a separate parent-teacher conference scheduler. They're all in JMC. So when parents go online to make payments online, we also do that in JMC. They can make it right to their lunch account or right to their lunch account for their family. You got family lunch accounts. All of these things, by having one unified system, save your school tons and tons of time. We've also got great features for families.
Awesome features. Give families 24/7 access to student info. The JMC Family app offers families a 360-degree view of their students' school life from their mobile device. With the JMC Family app, which is available for iOS and Android, important information on student grades, attendance, and more is just a few clicks away.
Yeah, it's a great handy app to use it on the fly.
Can make online payments. Parents love that. With our online payment processing module, families can pay a range of school fees with just a few clicks, including tuition, lunch fees, and library fines.
Yeah, and I talked about this one. It's simple, easy to use. The thing that we're adding in this next year, during the 2025-26 school year, is an online general store where not just families can purchase things, but anybody in the community can purchase play tickets. We can do fundraisers. They can buy sweatshirts. It's going to be a really sweet tool to just spread the footprint of how people are interacting with their student information system, but also bring more income to the school as well.
Can register students for school easily. Registering students for school is a snap with JMC's intuitive online registration tool, which includes digital signature capabilities.
A lot of student information systems now have this. We do as well. That's why I highlighted it. But again, with our online registration, because everything's all in one, you can pay your lunch balance right here. You can pay any fees that you have here, or maybe your tuition, do your free and reduced form, all from one platform. So Shelley Bailey said, "I've been working with JMC for over 15 years. I love how the developers are constantly upgrading the software to be more intuitive, even implementing customer suggestions." And she's from Trainer Schools in Iowa there as well. So I don't see any questions there. Amy, do you see any questions that have come up yet or no?
I do not, no.
All right, let's keep on rolling.
All right.
100% success ratio of onboarding. This is something I'm personally very proud of.
With training, your team won't skip a beat. JMC works closely with new clients to map out a custom onboarding plan. including a data migration and training schedule, taking district, school, and building level needs into consideration so that no detail or team member gets lost in the shuffle.
Amy, you're one of the trainers who onboards new
Yeah.
schools. What do you
Yeah.
train on, and how do you feel about it?
You know, last summer was my first time, and I was amazed by the amount of training the schools got. You know, I was never at ground level. I was always at a JMC school, but I never, did the whole onboarding training. I kind of inherited JMC, and I just was amazed. We had so many different sessions. I did attendance, I did communication and discipline, message center, lots and lots of scheduling, just, a variety of things. And I feel like the onboarding is huge, and JMC really does their best to get schools started on the right foot. So I think it's awesome.
Yeah, and they're not group onboardings, meaning that your school gets to
No.
meet with a real JMC trainer to get all their questions answered, which is great.
Right. Yep.
Okay.
From day one, your entire team has unlimited access to 6+ training resources like one-to-one Q&As, a treasure trove of JMC how-to articles, our new user playlist on YouTube, and both in-person and virtual trainings, including several state reporting sessions to ensure that submissions go off without a glitch.
Now, Greg Appleby, I think if you're still there, you've helped with some of these state reporting trainings. How important do you think it is that we do these state reporting trainings with members from the Department of Education in each state?
They're really good. They really help out so that we have error-free submission of data to the states. JMC does a super job of providing all of the resources and making it pretty simple for schools to be able to submit their data to their respective state departments.
Yeah, and the thing is, I think also, we teach people to solve their own errors. We teach people to understand what's being done. People get nervous when they're just being told what to do and push this and push that, but we want you to understand the process. And I think that's, again, where we really excel. The best part, training's free for life because running a school is expensive enough. And so any training you want, the vast majority of training we do now is Zoom sessions, Google Meets, and things like that, because somebody will email and say, hey, I need some training, in the next 2 or 3 weeks. Like, let's just do it today or tomorrow, right? Just do a 30-minute Q&A session. That is just super efficient. And again, it's free to your school.
That's right. We love the benefits of personal training done virtually. Schools who onboard it to JMC get individualized Google Meet trainings, while at the same time have access to our weekly webinars. So in Google Meets, we have one-to-one virtual meetings with JMC trainers that are scheduled at a time and date that works best for you. And Paul, you kind of alluded to that.
Yep.
We also have weekly webinars like we're doing right now. JMC's free interactive webinars include demonstrations of new features, overviews of little known features, and training sessions to help new users get up to speed with the software.
Yep, they're both very, very helpful, all from real people who want to help your school.
That's right. JMC also offers in-person training opportunities during our annual summer conference and at regional conferences held throughout the year.
Yeah, we have our summer conferences every year in June now. We do it in Minneapolis and also the Des Moines area. Great way for people to come together. We treat you right, give you a good meal, and have great speakers there as well.
We will come to you. Schools have the option to schedule training sessions with our dedicated JMC trainers, like Mr. Paul Freed right there in the picture.
That's right.
Who are conveniently located across the Midwest. That's kind of a fun thing that I don't know if everybody knows, but we have JMC people all over in the 4-state area. And so chances are good there's somebody in your neck of the woods.
Absolutely. We like to do training, like I said, remote or in person, and we have different tools to solve different problems for people as well.
If you prefer flexibility in your training schedule or enjoy self-paced learning, we have an extensive library of video tutorials available. These videos provide step-by-step guidance on practical applications of JMC software. You can explore our JMC channel playlists, which offer video collections tailored to various audiences, including office professionals, teachers, and new users. Whether you're new to our software or transitioning from a different product, you'll find video tutorials that address your specific learning needs.
And Greg, you're a JMC trainer. This is year 2 of you being a JMC trainer. Do you send people videos when they're looking to kind of get basics of JMC? Are there some that you kind of refer people to more than others?
Yeah, we do. And the thing I really like about those videos sometimes, even when we're doing the trainings for new schools, is they're able to look at it ahead of time. And then when we go to train, we can really go in and actually do the work
Mhm.
and
Yes.
set up their system for their school.
Yeah, it's really great in that way. So it becomes a work session more than just a, hey, I've never seen this before. I'm learning something. So it's a really helpful kind of a primer to get people going on the modules as quickly as possible.
I want to just jump onto something there, Paul,
Yeah.
if you don't mind for a second.
Yeah.
I also really liked on these videos down in the comment section, you can get the PowerPoint. You know,
Mhm.
I've had those actual presentations open as I'm working through
Yeah.
things. So then you don't just have the video format, you also have the written presentation. So
Yeah.
that's nice.
Absolutely super helpful there as well. And we also have bookmarks in the videos as well. So you can fast forward to the part that you want to get to.
Right.
All right, Carla Christensen from Audubon Community School District in Iowa says the state and regional trainings provided by JMC are always informative, and I return home with the new information for my teachers and office staff, and that's the goal. I think that's another thing that we hear routinely from schools is that our trainings um, are are direct to the point and effective, and that means that people know that they're not wasting their time, so they're more apt to join a JMC training. All right, I still don't see any questions there as well. I think people are just kind of listening along, so let's keep on rolling. 99.9% of issues are resolved the same day.
No farmed out, tiered out, giving you the runaround tech support here. Our team is made up of actual live folks based in Lake City, Minnesota, ready to provide the help you need quickly. Just how fast? You can expect replies within 24 hours, and 99.9% of the time, we can resolve the issue that day. Requesting support is easy. There's email, phone, and in-app support options, including 24/7 chat.
Anybody can reach out to us. We get back to within 24 hours at the maximum. It's typically within 10 to 20 minutes. Sometimes during August, I say, it's when people are coming back. You might wait 2 or 3 hours for somebody to get back to you. We get back to you. And again, 99% of the time, the person who gets back to you is a person who's going to answer that question. If they can't, we're going to refer you to the right person. But again, I think I really stand on JMC's tech support as the backbone of helping you move forward quickly and getting your questions answered. So just like with training, tech support is 100% complimentary, no extra charges or hidden fees. That's for anybody. So tell us a bit about our tech support there.
Well, they're human.
Yep.
When you need to talk to that's always good. When you need to talk to a tech specialist, you don't have time to select from menus, repeat your question in different ways until the chatbot understands. When you reach out to a JMC tech specialist, you get a person every time at no extra cost. It's tech support that's complimentary, not complicated.
Absolutely.
Our team prides itself on getting back to you all of our users, in less than 24 hours, usually within minutes. If a team member can't answer your question, we'll connect you with someone who can. We'll also brief them on the issue before you talk, so they're ready to jump right in and you don't have to explain the problem again. So you're not always repeating that problem.
Yeah, and I think this is something, right, Amy, that you help with sometimes with scheduling. People will call tech support with a complicated scheduling question. And so doesn't our tech team try to give you a little bit of information before you call back, or how does that work?
Right, they do. They take the calls, take down some notes, and then if they decide that it needs a little bit more support, then they pass that information along, which I appreciate because then I have time to kind of take that information in, gather some resources if I need them, because we know that our users' time is valuable. So when I get back to them and I'm working with them, I want to be ready to just go right out of the gate and get them what they need and get them moving on with their day.
Absolutely.
Our tech support team is made up of folks based in Lake City, Minnesota. Some have been with us from the beginning. That's 40 plus years, and all have at least 20 plus years of experience helping schools succeed with JMC software.
Yeah, we've been around for a long time, and that longevity brings wisdom, and that wisdom brings you quick care.
Our in-app help widget, I just get my words tangled, allows users to search for the right answers the first time, exactly when and where they need them. It also provides users with direct access to technical support with the click of a button, available at all times and always at no cost. And
Yeah,
the
so
widget is amazing.
yeah. quick questions, quick answers,
Right.
it's right there in the JMC office program for people to get. I can't find this, I can't find this menu item, or how do I print this report? It's also got the help center attached to it as well, where you can look up your own help center articles. There it is.
There it is. There it is. Our Help Center is a robust collection of over 800 how-to articles on common JMC tasks. Any user can visit anytime by clicking the Visit Help Center link right inside the in-app help widget.
Yeah, super helpful there as well. So great. And then we've got the system status page. Go ahead and tell us about that.
JMC's status page, located on the bottom of the website, will inform you about outages and scheduled maintenance. Check anytime to view the current status for all JMC applications and modules. That is something that I did not know about until not all that long ago, Paul.
Well, JMC is so rarely down. I mean, we're up 99.9% of the time. You really are virtually never going to have to go there. But we have that there just for people to have peace of mind to kind of check and see. Is like, lots of times people say that JMC's down, like times it's an internet outage at their school or something like that. And so this is a way for them to double check. I've been in the educational technology field since 1995 and can honestly say that JMC has been the best student information system to work with. Their training and technical support are superior to their competitors. That's Heidi Thorstensen, and Technology Director up in Northwest Minnesota at Warren Alvarado Oslo District. So, and again, I don't see any questions. I think this one's so straightforward, it's hard to come up with questions. It's just kind of an information blast for schools interested in looking at JMC. So we've got JMC news and upcoming events. Take us home, Amy.
All right. Are you headed to MESPA Institute 2025 in Minnesota on 2/5? Kind of talking about some trade shows here. How about the Middle and High School Principals Convention in Wisconsin happening the same day?
Yep.
You'll be there at that one? Okay. And the girls, Jody and Rachel at is MESPA the one they're going
That's
to?
right. Minnesota Elementary School Principals Association. That's right.
All right. I wasn't even going to try to guess what those letters stood for, so I just
right.
said MESPA. All right, let's catch up. We'll have team members stationed at both conferences who'd love to chat with you one-on-one. If you have specifics you'd like to discuss during your one-on-one session, please give us a heads up at sales@jmcinc.com.
That's right. And we've got that e-commerce pro I was talking about. The JMC development team has been hard at work building the general store to help you sell school merch, provide tickets for community ed classes plus events, and manage fundraising while we can't share the entire experience with you just yet. You can tour the portal from the shopper's perspective. And that is actually a view of kind of what it's going to look like. It's going to be a great reflection of what your school is doing. So on behalf of myself, Amy Bemis, and Greg Appleby, thanks for your time today. And we hope you look at JMC.